Hey guys, this is Ryan from Kitty Junk, and this is gonna be a tutorial, guitar tutorial on how to play Head Rush, our latest release. And oh my gosh, you guys, I am so excited. It was only one girl on our YouTube that responded to a comment on one of our live stream videos that we posted of Head Rush. And she asked me if I had the tab for it, and I'm like, no, I don't. I was like, but I don't mind making it, or art, just because like, it was so weird. Like, I remember when I was younger and I was learning all the songs I liked, and I remember thinking to myself, damn it would have been so easy if I could just call them up and be like, can you teach me how to play this? And even if, yeah, sure, we're not like a big time band, or we're not on a major label or whatever, but it's really nice to be like, to have someone ask me that. And as an artist, like, I'm doing what I wanted when I was younger for someone else, someone to be like, I really want to learn this song. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I will teach it to you guys. So that's why I'm super stoked, even if it's just for one person, or if someone else sees this video and you want to learn it so you can play along with it, whatever. Or if you're gonna like, you know, it'd be really cool actually. I would love to like make this like a double challenge. So I'll post it, teach people how to play it, and you can either send back the cover if you want to cover the whole thing and you figure it out, or do it any kind of way that you want. If you change some parts of it, or maybe you couldn't figure it out, or you just made your own rendition, I'm totally cool with that. Just a Head Rush cover. If it's on piano, or like even violin, or if it's on just like a bass cover, or you want to cover it on drums, which I'm pretty sure Angie would think was fucking rad. It's on all streaming platforms. You can download it on Bandcamp, or just stream it on Spotify, Apple Music. So yeah, I think that'd be really cool. So let's just watch it if you just want to watch it. Learn it if you want to learn it. And if you're feeling really spicy and sassy, you can cover it and send it to us. And I would love to see you play Head Rush. So with that said, let's do it. All right, guys. So Head Rush, here we are. A couple of things before we get into it. Usually when I do this live, I'm half step down. I just find it easier to sing for live. It sounds has a little more oomph when it's when it's tuned down lower, and just, I don't know, it's just my own personal preference. For the album though, it is, I don't know why I'm like scratching my face as I talk to you. So the album though, I did record it in standard tuning. So when you listen to it on the platform, or on your device, it's gonna be in standard. If you see me at a live show, chances are I'm probably gonna be playing it half step down. So for tutorial purposes, and so for the fact you can listen to this and go reference, I am going to be playing it in standard tuning. So here I am, standard tuning. All right, so to get started, yeah, once again, I'm in standard tuning, and I hope you guys can see me all right, because I will be sad if you tell me later on that the video sucked and you couldn't see very well. I'm kidding, I'm gonna cut that part. Maybe I won't, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, so drop D. And what you're gonna start with is your pointer finger is gonna be on the A string on the 5th fret. You're muting the D string below it. You're not playing anything. And then you're putting your pinky right here on the 7th fret. So you're creating that unison note as you strum. The only difference is when I start, I'm actually leaving the open D. So it'll be open D, 5 on the A, muted D, and 7 on the G. The B and G, or the B and the E, are also muted. So you're only playing 3 notes. The open D, the A on 5, and the G on 7. All the same note. These are all Ds. D, oh my God. Okay, well, shut up. Yes. So basically the song starts on a bunch of Ds. D, the D octave, the D octave. With the other 3 strings muted. So do that again with me. D, D, D. D, D, D. D, D on the 5A, D on the 7G. I know this sounds repetitive, but trust me, once it sticks, you'll be like, got it. Cool, so that's your first note, is that D. And then you're gonna switch into... Now the second note is all you're doing is you're taking from this position, your big D position, you're gonna switch it to your pointer finger on the 3rd fret on the D string, and then you're gonna put your pinky and 5th on that G string. That's what that sounds like. You're only playing the 2 notes. So you're switching from that. And you can kind of practice going back between them. So that second chord shape is only 2 notes and everything else is muted. It's just the G or the 3rd fret on the D string and the 5th fret on that G string. Now when you switch to the 3rd note, it's 3 notes, and this time you're putting I use my middle finger and I put it on the 5th fret on the D string. I leave the octave open this time on the D string. The A is muted. And you're going to put your pointer finger on the 4th fret on the G string. Everything else is muted. So you're plucking that D string on the 5th, the open D, and the 4th on the G. And the A string in the middle is muted. So So just a quick review for that part. So you had the big D part, open D, octave D on the 5, octave D on the 7. Then we switched to that 3 and the 5. Just the 2 strings on the D string and the G string, the 3 and the 5. Then we switched to the 3 notes on the 5, the open D, and the 4th on the G. There's 2 unison variant notes that I use, and what they are is the minor, so it's going to be on 8 in the octave. So you're going to go to the 8th fret on the A string and the 10 on the G string, and you're going to keep the low D open, and you're creating that minor. Is muted. It's just the open D, A on the 8, and 10 on the G string. So I'm using that every other, so jump off the waterfall of fate, sink into yourself and swim. Now for the second part, we're sliding up to make it a major. We're gonna go. So that's gonna be on the 9. So it's gonna be the open D, A on the 9, and then G on the 11. A string muted once again, same chord shape, but just you're sliding one up. So you start from the minor. Second time you do the actual chord shape, you go back to the major. Back to the minor. That's a good way to practice it, just sliding in and out of it. And we're just using that. I switch between it every time I do a phrase in the song. So I'm gonna play it for you in full, and then we'll review. Some little embellishments. If you listen to the single, I kind of palm unit the second time around. I don't care what you think you believe in, 'cause I don't believe in you. No. There's a place for people like you too, where they drown for all the things they do. Get into the chorus, we take the same chord shape and slide all the way up to the 7. So the 7 on the D string and 9 on the G. So sorry. So, okay, yeah. So you're gonna slide all the way up to that, 7 on the D and 9 on the G. Once again, it's only those two notes. We're muting the 2 in the middle, the G on the 9, and the 7 on the D. And that leads us into the chorus. Once again. Dope. The chorus. Holy hell, we've made it a long way. Thanks for sticking with me. I think this is gonna be awesome. Chorus is gonna get a little hairy. With the chorus, I'm strumming the entire time, but we're changing some notes as I strum. So we're starting on the 8. So we're gonna be starting on with your forefinger, the 8 on the D, and your pinky on the 10. Muting the A and the D string and only playing the 10 on the G string. But here's where it gets a little hairy. We're gonna switch with our pinky to starting with the G string. You're switching from that 10 to 9 to the 10 on the D, 8 on the D. So you're staying on the 8 until you have to move down to the 7. So it's all with you're moving all with your pinky from 10. So I like to sing the melody in my head. 10, 9, 10, 8, 7. 10, 9, 10, 8, 7. As you're strumming. 10, 9, 10, 8, 7. And you switch the D string on that last switch. So when you go to the 7, that's when you also switch your 8 on the D string to the 7. So 10, 9, 10, 8, 7, both strings. 7 join together. 10, 9, 10, 8, 7, both. 10, 9, 10, 8, 7. Switching with your pinky. pinky and your middle finger. So. 10, 9, 10, 8, 7. And then we do a slide. So we can do a little kind of bunny hop on the 3 and the open. Hopefully that last part you got, because that's probably one of the most like, Then 0, 3, 0, 3, 0, 0, 3, 0, 3, 0, 0, 3, 0, 3, 0, 0, 3, 0, 3, 0, 0, 3, 0, 3, 0. Slide down to the octave, the 12, and the 10. 0, 3, 0, 3, 0, 12, 10. 0, 3, 0, 3, 0, 12, 10. And then and you're only hitting those 2 notes after you slide from your 12 to your 10. It's the 10 on the G string and the B string. And that's all you're playing. Just those 2 notes. 0, 0, 3, 0, 3, 0, 12, 10, 10. 0, 3, 0, 3, 0, 12, 10, 10 on the B and the G. 0, 3, 0, 3, 0, 12, 10, 10 on the B and G. And then the second time, what did I do there? So the second time I'm still on the 10th fret, except I'm putting 10 on the A string and 10 on the D string, and I'm muting everything else. So the first time you're here on the 10, second time you're here. So 10 on the B and the G, and then 10 on the A and the D. B and G on the 10, first time. B and G on the first time. Sorry, I just said that. Fuck, restart. So B and G on the 10. Second time, A and the D. B and G. You got it. So 0, 3, 0, 3, 0, 10. No, 0, 3, 0, 3, 0, 12, 10. B and G. 0, 3, 0, 3, 0, 12, 10. A and D. So let's play it together. Ready? And we've almost made it. And the last thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna chord the entire, or not chord, I'm sorry. We're gonna play the, you're gonna put your, God, I'm losing my sense of numbers. Is that 9? So is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Yeah. So 8 on the D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 on the D string on the top, and then your pinky on 10. Just like all the other chords. Now, what did I do there? So all I'm doing is switching it to the 10 with my middle finger on the D string and keeping my pinky on the 10 as well. So starting with the 8 and the 10, 8 on the D, 10 on the G, sliding that finger or placing your middle finger on the 10 on the D. Another hand rush when you rise above it all. shape. Again. Another head rush when you rise above it all. One more time. 10, pointing finger on the 8, on that D, and 10 with your pinky on the G. Another head rush when you rise above it all. We're gonna play it all together real quick. We can just fucking jam it. So, let's do this. There we go. Now, so what you're seeing here is what I use for the sound is the Electro-Harmonix pitchfork. And what that does, that's what gives me that deep tone. This is the Kitty Junk sound. Also, what I use is this Digitech delay. So you compare it to the two. So I kind of showed you there just what I was using as my rig to get the actual sound. Aside from playing the actual chords, those two sounds are what I use to give it the rest of the sound that you would find. If you go on our Instagram or our Facebook, you can find the acoustical versions. It's totally possible to play it on an acoustic guitar as well. It's totally transcribable, but just if you're looking to actually play along and make that sound yourself, or trying to get into like the pitch shifter type sound, that's what I'm using. And it sounds, then you'll get this sound. A deep rumble. Well, that was my head rush tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it's helpful. If at any time you feel like you want some more clarification on anything, absolutely feel free to comment on the YouTube video. I'm more than happy to respond or walk you through it again or some other parts. And yeah, cover challenge is on. I want to see your covers. Send me something pretty. I actually want to see someone do this on piano. I'm not that great of a piano player yet, and I'm sad about it. So maybe I need to take some piano lessons. because I love the sound of piano. So if anyone plays piano out there, if you show me a Headrush piano cover, I will lose my shit because I think it's so beautiful. So thanks for watching. This is Maine Coon, Kitty Junk Baby.